You're listening to
Donna's Deelites. Hi, this is Donna Earl Johnson, and I believe life is for living and food is for giving. On Donna's Deelites, we take it from the fork to the cork. I'll be sharing my recipes, stories, and philosophies. So I hope you bring your appetite, because we're about to do this. The recipe for the week. Hi, this is the recipe of the week. The recipe of the week is near and dear to my heart. You know, I call this recipe, I call it Kareem's Dream. It's very simple, it's very home cooked and comforting, and my stepson Kareem loved this recipe. This boy loved it so much that he wanted me to make it for a class project, which I did. I want you ladies to know this, that if you have any stepchildren, know that you are not below the real mom or underneath the real mom. You are the other mother. And when you feed your kids stuff with love, they will always have this gratitude. So this recipe right here is Kareem's Dream. Know this, Kareem, that you'll always be here with me. Even though you're not here physically, you'll always be here with me. So ladies, I hope that this recipe does the trick for your kids. So we're gonna start the recipe off. It's very, very simple. What you'll need is 2 pounds of beef kielbasa sausage, 4 potatoes, 1 green pepper, 1 onion, 1/4 cup of olive oil. I use olive oil because of health consciousness. You do not want to use too much oil because you do not want to get heart disease. But if you don't have olive oil, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta use some vegetable oil, which is fine, but just don't use too much of it. After that, I get a packet of Saison, which I find in the ethnic aisle, and I love Saison. I go to the border on that. Ting, 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 ting. After I have my Saison, I do use some garlic. My husband tells me not to go overboard with the garlic, but I think the garlic is what gives it the flavor. So once you have all those ingredients, what you're going to do is you're going to chop those kielbasa in bite-sized pieces. You're going to chop that onion up, you're going to chop that potato up, and you're going to mix all that together. Throw in your seasonings. Once those seasonings are all in there, what you're going to do is pour that olive oil all over those potatoes and that mixture. Mix it real well. You got to mix it up sometimes. Mix it up, ladies. Mix it up. So you're going to throw some foil on that bad boy, and then you're going to pop it in the oven for 375 for 1 hour until those potatoes are done. Set that bottle of ketchup on the table because those kids are going to be ready to eat. And that's what I call Kareem's Dream. Food for healing. When we were kids, my mom used an onion. If you know anything about an onion will cure a cold. What she did was she took that onion and she called it an onion plaster. And it was a disaster because it stunk so bad. What she did was she'll chop up an onion and she would smear vapor rub all over your chest. Take that onion and put it in a towel. Lay it on your chest. And then put a long sleeve sweatshirt on you or any type of long sleeve shirt and put you into bed. And for about maybe 15 or 20 minutes, you will begin to sweat. Unbelievable. Water will be pouring off of you. And after that, in the middle of the night, the next morning, you felt 100% better. Even though you went to school smelling like Vicks Vapor Rub and onions, you were cured. And onions really do the trick. They really do.
You're listening to
Donna's Deelites. I can make that at home. I can make that at home. Me and my girlfriend was walking downtown and we wanted to get something to eat. So what we did was we stopped in this little restaurant, and this restaurant served white chili. And I'm like, they must have took this chili and got it straight out the can. It had them little tiny pieces in there. And I was like, I don't know about this, but we gonna give it a shot because I took my good old fashioned hard-earned money and I paid for this chili. We went ahead and ate our chili, and I'm tasting this chili and I'm looking at the chili. I'm like, girl, I can make this at home. I can make this at home. And I knew that I was going to need some ground turkey, and also you would need a green pepper because I use green peppers, but I love jalapeno peppers, but my husband got a stomach problem, so I try to stay away from spicy foods when it comes down to him. So I use a green onion because you need a little color in there. I use some coriander, and I also got me some oregano, that Mexican oregano, because they said that's a little bit better than our oregano, so I headed to the border with that, fiesta, ding, 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 ding. So after that, we went ahead and got that green pepper, chopped it up, and And I got me some fresh cilantro, and also I needed some chicken bouillon. I used 3 packets of chicken bouillon because I like a flavorful soup. And after I got that all together, I got some cannellini beans. Cannellini beans, I looked at it and I can't even spell cannellini beans, so I thank God that it had kidney beans on the can. So you will need 3 cans of white kidney beans, aka cannellini beans. I guess that's that little fancy stuff that they be using all the time. So after that, I got all my ingredients and I went home and I went ahead and got it mixed up together. And I dumped the can of rinse. Make sure that you rinse those cannellini beans because they will be sticky. It look like slime in the can. So make sure you rinse those cannellini beans. So once I rinsed off my cannellini beans, I dumped those in the pot. I grounded up my ground turkey. I put my cumin in, and I put my coriander in there. And I also had some taco seasoning because it's already pre-made. So I dumped some taco seasoning in there as well. After I dumped the taco seasoning in there, I dumped it in the pot along with what was going on in my soup. So I dumped my turkey meat in my pot with my cannellini beans rinsed off. And once they were in the pot, I put the chicken bouillon and I put the onions and the green peppers that I had already chopped up, and I dumped all that in the pan. And after I dumped that in the pan, I put some water in the pan, so because you want to get it like a gravy going on. So once that's all cooked up, what you're going to do is you're going to take some cornstarch to thicken it up. So I use maybe like 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. I dumped that in my pot and I thickened it up. And so that's what I made at home. I made that at home. And my girlfriend took a swig of it and she said, "Girl, you made that at home?" Yes, I did. I made that at home. Well, that's all the time I have for now. So join me next week on Donna's Deelites. And remember, life is for living and food is for giving.